Hey Star Fam, thanks for tuning in. We're here again today for another quick energy check-in with the Mystical Manga Tarot deck. So, without further ado, let's see what the energies are like around my Star Fam. What is going on with this Star Fam? You can feel free to skip through my shuffling if you'd like. But otherwise, if you enjoy the ASMR. Okay. Decision. Okay, here we have the Two of Swords. This is a card of decision or indecision, as it is, having to make a choice about something, weighing up options. It could be having to decide between two things, objects, peoples, scenarios, jobs, situations. You know what I mean? It basically implies that there is some kind of choice, and you're weighing up your options here. You could be in a situation where you are gathering up information in order to make this decision, because there's definitely a sense of weighing up options here. As you notice with this card, this individual, he's got his eyes closed, or they've got their eyes closed, and their hands kind of crossing their chest. So it's like this person, in order to make this choice, is basically trying to not use their head or heart. Yes, especially if this is a head or heart decision. They're trying not to use their head or their heart. What they're trying to do is go within and, I want to say, going into a meditative state and asking the higher self what the best way forward is to go. Because at the end of the day, this person has trust in their higher self. And, sometimes these kind of options do turn up where you have to decide between your head and your heart. And, there's always, pros and cons for going either way. But yeah, it's definitely wise to, when you find yourself having those internal conflicts, to definitely find balance, as indicated by the swords, and to really go within to see if you can get your answers from your higher self. Because even here, you notice the thing about going with your emotions, as kind of represented by the moon, because we do have these clouds in the shape of the crescent moon here. Emotions wax and wane, and they're changeable. You know what I mean? And it's easy to be illusioned or disillusioned by our ever-changing emotions, right? But your soul, your inner self, your higher self always knows which way to go. You might feel it as like a gut feeling, or for those of you who don't meditate, or it could just be, just a nagging feeling inside of yourself that you would know whether something's right or wrong for you, But yeah, sorry for rambling on about that for the moment, but let's see what else the cards have to say, to see if we can get a little bit more context as to what this choice is, or what it is that you are weighing up, considering, meditating on. Let's see. Get more information. Yes. Okay. Alright, so strength. Next card out, the Strength card, the Major Arcana. So, The Strength card is about more the inner strength as opposed to physical strength. So strength of character, strength of heart, strength of emotion, to keep going or to face whatever it is, that you need to take on, as it were, whether it's a person or a circumstance, a situation. But in this context here, it looks as if this is definitely a decision that is very difficult for you. And you're going to have to be really strong about, I guess, making this decision and sticking to your guns about it. You know what I mean? And it's also reflected in the fact that this person here, they're trying their best to make this decision, and they're really taking the time to reflect on what it is to do, which way to go. If it wasn't an important decision, then, he wouldn't even be taking the time to get into this meditative state and really try to connect to see how to proceed. So whatever the situation is, it's definitely calling for a certain level of inner strength. Now, it could be the decision to call upon your inner strength. But we will see what the rest of the cards have to say to see if we can get a little bit more context as to what this decision is, because, man, it's not an easy decision that you're making. But again, you do have the strength to make it and stick to it and see it through, whatever it is. If it's like if it really is a head over heart decision, like between a job and a relationship, for example, or I'm not sure, like even two family members or two different friends, but whatever it is that you're weighing up is definitely taking, a certain amount of inner strength to accomplish it and move forward with it. Let's see. If we can get a bit more context. Let's see what else. Oh, I just got something. Don't feel like you have to do all of this alone. I don't know why I just got that message, but because here we have very solitary energy. In this card, it's just this one person alone. But I guess they've kind of purposely done it that way, and they've purposely gone off by themselves so that they can try to find focus and find center so that they can make the right decision here. Unless it is one of those, at the end of the day, all of our decisions are our own, but, and again, the strength, with the strength being about inner strength, as it is, it could be that maybe you're making this decision on your own despite having other people around that can help you with it, but choosing to go it alone instead, and just wanting to do your own thing and come to your own conclusion and your own decision. Sorry, because I'm just noticing all these different flags around, and that could be that she's leading the battle, or it could also be a reflection of what she's facing. You know what I mean? So again, you kind of get the sense that, if it is her army, she does have people that she could call upon to help her and to back her up in all of this. And you don't actually have to go this alone, unless you really want to. But that's up to you and to where you are in your evolution, I guess, and depending what the situation is. But let's see if we can get a little bit more information from the cards to see what else is going on. Alright, what can you tell me about this spread? What more information can I get about this spread? Could be that you are also deciding whether something is even worth being strong for, which I can tell you right now, yes. Oh, here we go. Yeah, okay. You see, we've got the 9 of Wands. And typically, in the traditional tarot decks, this is a card about wanting to give up, but not giving up. Usually it's a person standing in front of their 9 wands, and it's the card of the wounded warrior standing his guard. So it's so funny how I was just saying you might be thinking about whether something is worth being strong for, and and then we get the card of don't give up. In this deck, it's a little bit more cheerful, as opposed to being the wounded warrior. But the point is, this character here, she still has fire in her, she's on top of all of these wands. She's kind of perched on top of them, like, it doesn't mean anything to her. She can get over barriers, no problem. She's got the magic. Do you know what I mean? And she's got the desire and the passion and the drive to keep on going. And, to continue to use her magic in the face of adversity, and to be able to kind of, go over any bridges, because you can see that we are, I don't know if you can see actually, sorry about that, the wands here, they're all stuck out of the water, so it could be that she's using, the very wands that you were hoping would, be a block or a barrier, to help her along. So she's definitely making use of what was supposed to be a hindrance for her, and continuing with her magic, because, if you look at her, she's a fire fairy, but she is on top of water, which she is susceptible to. Water's definitely a weakness for fire, in case she falls in, she could, the water will put the fire out, but she's still defending herself, and she's doing so with confidence, you know what I mean? So definitely don't give up, so if you were feeling like whatever this is isn't working out, and is it even worth the fight, definitely yes, you do still have fight in you, and it is worth fighting for. It might just take a little bit of finesse and balance, because again here we've got one person finding the inner balance, and then we've got this little fire fairy sprite, and she's clearly balanced, perched up on this wand here, and is still able to weave her magic with ease and confidence, right? So, it's funny because both of these figures are stood in water. So, definitely this is an emotional time for you right now. Kind of feeling like you're I don't want to say like drowning, because they're not. They're both clearly okay, but definitely feeling like you're within the waters of your minds at the moment, and things might be a little bit uncertain, what with the the moon, the clouds around the moon, and definitely having to find that balance among your emotions, your emotional state, and definitely looking to the the balance within you, the light within you, the magic within you, the fire, you know? So, um, let's see if we can get another card out just to see if we can get a bit more information on this spread. I mean, definitely I see this being a difficult decision because depending on what happens, you might feel yourself in a position where you're going to have to defend your choice. You know, I mean, again, this is also traditionally a card of being on the defensive as well. So you might have quite a few people trying to challenge you, challenge your choice as to either how you came to your decision, why, what are you thinking. You might have some people, I don't know, maybe it's like half of your friends want you to do something, half your friends want you to do another, or, you know, you're having to choose between friends, family, something like that. And just kind of finding the inner courage to make that decision, stick with it, and defend it. Okay? And don't worry about it. I mean, I feel like you will be able to skillfully defend it. It's like you've got an answer for everything. You know, oh, what about this? What if this and this happens? It's like you've got the magic to be able to deflect all of their worries and all of their questions. You know what I mean? I say deflect, but not really. You know what I mean? As far as if they're asking you these questions, not because they're trying to help you, but because they're trying to, you know, poke holes in your plan so that they can try to discourage you. I mean, there is definitely a difference, you know. I know we're not, you know, we're bright people and we can tell the difference. You know, when somebody's genuinely concerned for us and just want to make sure that we've got, you know, all of our I's dotted and T's crossed and what have you. You know, there's a difference between that kind of curiosity and rapid fire questioning versus somebody who's just trying to, you know, come up with excuses and reasons why you shouldn't do what you're doing. So, you know, be mindful of that, but it looks like, you know, again, you've got the strength to be able to deal with that. Not only the strength, but you've got like the balance to do it with like kind of finesse and in a way that it's like, even though you're having to be defensive, it's not coming across as defensive. You know what I mean? Because with her magic here, she's kind of, you know, even though it's a kind of, you can say it's a defensive spell or even offensive, but the way that she's doing it, the arc around her, it's done so beautifully that, like, is it even her being defensive or is she just doing a nice trick for us? You know what I mean? There's also that I'm seeing. It's twice again, because I saw this at the bottom of the deck before, but didn't really want to say anything. But this is the second time that it's come up again, and that's the Sun card, and that is a card of happiness. You know, ultimate happiness, positivity, fertility. You know, it's the sun. It's summer. It's youth. You know, abundance, joy, new beginnings. So, you know, definitely whatever it is that you want to decide, you know, follow your happiness, you know, definitely follow your inner happiness. You know, there are some times in life where you just have to make decisions that actually make you happy and have your best interest in heart, you know? Because and look under that, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So it kind of feels like this choice that you're making right now is kind of like a culmination of everything that you've always wanted, everything that you've kind of worked towards, and, you know, and it's like the opportunities finally, you know, beginning to open itself up, and you're at this precipice of this choice where it's like, well, do I go and I take it and follow my happiness, or do I stay and, you know, continue to do what everybody expects of me or what everyone else wants me to do, or, you know, if that's the case, however it resonates, whether it's, you know, relationship, friendship, you know, again, this is a general reading, so it's how it resonates with you guys as well too. But definitely the Wheel of Fortune is changing in your favor, you know? So if this is an opportunity that you wanted to jump on, and deep down in your heart, you know it's your happiness, that's your true happiness and your true joy, then go for it, man. Go for it. Don't worry about what other people have to say. You know, they're not living your life for you. You know what I mean? Only you can live your life, and you've got to live with the decisions that you make. And you know what I mean? It's up to you to, you know, grab the bull by its horn. And, you know, what is it they say? Fortune favors the brave. Well, there you go. You got fortune, and you've got the courage. All right? And the sun. Okay? Fortune favors the brave, guys. And you're brave enough to do it. And you can do it. Okay? Okay? And don't worry if it takes you a while to get to this decision, because the fact that you're even going within and, you know, trying to really see what it is that makes you happy, look within what makes you happy, and be so balanced in the way that you look within. And if that's really what your heart and what your soul is telling you to do, then, you know, answer the call, mate. You know, you've got the strength. Be strong enough. Do it. And you'll find amazing things start to happen. Okay? So don't worry about it. Just kind of like take this opportunity and go, you know, or do it. Because again, sun, happiness. It's there for your taking, okay? Anyways, guys, I'm going to leave it there with that. I do hope this helped. I hope it resonated. If it did, please do leave me a like. I would greatly appreciate that. If you saw your cards but didn't hear your story, by all means, please let me know below. I'd love to see what anyone else saw in the cards. And with that, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.